Here we go. So, what motivates you to stay consistent towards reaching your physique goals? Now, this is something I've been asked before, and it's something that I think a lot of people struggle with because it is easy when you first get inspired, you make resolutions, you go to the gym, change your diet, all this drastic stuff, and it lasts, 2 weeks, maybe a month. Then something gets thrown into the mix, you're off your schedule that was working so well, and now you just fall off completely, go back to what you're doing, and you end up never meeting those goals that you have. So how do you stay motivated, stay consistent to do those things? The thing you need to ask yourself is, what is your end goal? Like seriously, because if you're just thinking, oh, I want to look as good as I can for going to the beach, or I want to getting ready for a wedding, or just whatever, some kind of short-term goal, then it's probably not going to last. You're going to do something that's unsustainable to try to get to that goal, and you might get there, but what's going to happen? Once it's over, you're going to go back to how you were. But if you want to really change for good and keep that physique that you're looking for, then you got to ask yourself, what's your end goal? And for me, I want to be the best version of myself possible. I always want to keep improving, and not just physical, but every other aspect of my life as well. So it's good to be inspired, right? Like maybe you see some actor or something like that, Captain America, Thor, all these people, and you're like, man, I really want to look like them. For me, I really like Frank Zane, old classic bodybuilder. I really like his build, his size, posing, all that great stuff. But for me, I'm never going to look like that. For one, I'm not going to take the drugs it takes to get to that level. But also, even if I did get that amount of muscle, my body is different from his. So I wouldn't look the same, even if I had the exact same amount of muscle mass as he did. So I want to be the best version of myself. I'm not trying to be someone else, because if you're trying to be someone else, like I said, even if you get the same muscle mass, you're going to be disappointed once you get there because you're not going to look like them. You need to look to be better than your current self. Always strive to improve. And that is what motivates me. Progress motivates me, because even those Hollywood stars, all those people you see, they get on these crazy diet plans, crazy workout, short-term things, take stuff that you might not know about, that they don't talk about, and then what happens? As soon as the roll's over, that stuff was unrealistic to maintain for them. They go back to the normal physique, and you can see pictures of that time and time again. So for me, progress motivates me, but it's hard to see that progress over time because it is slow. So what you need to do, I'm going to tell you 4 things I do, and it involves a lot of tracking. Okay, so the first thing is track your workouts. Like whether you want to build muscle or not, just exercising, whether it's some kind of cardio, or if you are weightlifting, you need to track it. Say you're running, okay, I want to run this far. I want to try to run this far next time. You're trying to progressively overload or improve each time. Same with me for swimming, I do cardio. I'm going to try to do 1 more lap today. I'm going to try to swim faster for this amount of time, or swim longer, or whatever. But when I go to workouts, the same thing, okay? I write down everything I do so that when I go to the gym, I have a plan, and I try to shoot to beat whatever I did last time, because I forget what I did in my workout yesterday. If I didn't keep track, I would just go into the gym without a plan and be like, okay, I'm gonna do these same exercises again. And you okay, girl? This is Taylor, by the way. She was just born 6 days ago. But I forget what I'm doing, so I keep everything written down, and I take pictures of it every few months too, so I can look back and see, hey, I am improving, because it might seem like, oh, I've been lifting the same weight for 3 weeks and haven't been able to break through. Like I was bench pressing 175 on incline, kept hitting 10 reps every time, couldn't beat that, and then yesterday out of nowhere, I just blew right through that and hit 12, so now I'm going up in weight next time. But I look back and see, oh, I was only able to do like 145 a year ago, and now I've gone up, almost 40 pounds in my bench press, incline bench press. And that might not seem a lot, but that's like a 30% increase. That's pretty big over that amount of time. But looking back and seeing those things motivates you, because you don't remember, oh, I was only able to lift this much before, but now look what I can do. I could only run this far before, but now look what I can do. So tracking your workouts helps me to stay motivated, because I see that progress that I did. And along with that is tracking your weight. So this is whether you're trying to lose weight, especially if you're trying to lose weight, but if you're trying to gain weight, maintain weight, to see what happens to your body over time, especially if you're trying to lose weight, because if you're only weighing yourself like every couple weeks or a month, and then all of a sudden you see, oh no, I gained 10 pounds and I'm trying to lose weight. Well, if you weighed yourself every day, you could see a pattern of what happens, and you can also see how your body reacts to things. For example, I did a keto diet before I did a peak week, a photo shoot. I'll leave a card for that. But in 3 days of no carbs, I lost 5 pounds of water. Like, can you imagine that? So think of someone who's on keto, not eating carbs, and they decide to go out for pizza with friends. And then that's a lot of carbs. And what happens is your body stores a lot of water from those carbs. 1 gram of carb holds 3 grams of water. So then all of a sudden you're up a few pounds the next day and you're thinking, oh no, carbs, they're making me fat. I can't have carbs. I got to cut them all out again. When really your body just reacts to different things and it's going to go back to that balance. But if you see that weight going up and up and up over time, you don't want it to. Well, now I can see that trend happening and I can cut back if I need to. Or if I'm losing weight and I don't want to, I can see that trend happening sooner and cut back. So tracking your weight is really important. It's not about like being obsessed with the weight, but knowing your body, what different things do to it, food, water, all that stuff. And to go along with that, with losing weight especially, you can see fat loss really quickly because you can lose fat at a pretty high rate, but you can't see muscle being built that quickly, at least for most natural people. So tracking what you look like with pictures, and this isn't a vanity thing, it's really about seeing those changes, because when you look at yourself in the mirror every single day, well, you're not going to notice those changes because you just see the same thing. Like to me, I look the same as I did a year ago, but when I go back and look at the pictures I took a year ago compared to what I did now, it's like night and day. My legs look way bigger. I can see my arms are bigger. My back is thicker. And I'm like, wow, what I'm doing is working. I want to keep working harder and see what I can do over the next year. So that motivates me, that progress, being able to see it. So I would suggest, whether you're losing weight, trying to build muscle, whatever it is, I would take pictures at least maybe every 4 to 6 months so you can have a file that you can look back at, a trend, and see, hey, this is working. Or you know what, maybe it's not working. What should I change? How can I improve? How can I learn from what I've done? So it can help you to be motivated to continue, or to see, oh, what I'm doing is not working, so let's make a change. And then to go along with those pictures is also measurements, right? So I take measurements of everything, my legs, my arms, all the muscle groups, and then you can see, oh, well, not only do my pictures look better, but this also confirms it, because you could take just measurements, but if you don't know if that's fat or muscle or what's happening, right? So, you good? So, maybe your arms got bigger, but you're gaining a lot of fat, and it's because there's fat and not necessarily muscle. So you use those pictures along with your measurements. Like I saw a 9-day difference between my photo shoot pictures a year later, and then I could see, oh, I gained like 2 inches in each of my legs, and then I gained 1 inch in each of my arms, and all these muscle groups building up. So one just helps confirm the other, and once again, that is motivation to progress and to keep trying harder and working towards your goal. And when you use all these things together with your weight and your measurement and your pictures, you get a better overall picture of what's happening, because a lot of people only look at the scale and think, oh, I've been cutting calories. It seems like I'm getting smaller, but I'm not sure. The scale's not moving. But what happens, you could be losing fat and gaining muscle, which is a good thing. Muscle is metabolically active, so you can actually eat more because you burn more calories to maintain the muscle that you have while still burning fat. So the scale might not move, or it might move slower because you are still losing fat, but you're gaining muscle, because a small amount of muscle weighs a lot more than a small amount of the same amount of fat as far as volume is concerned. So you can lose a lot of fat and only gain a little bit of muscle, and you can see a difference in those pictures even though the scale might not show the difference. So you're confirming with all these different things together, and that shows your progress, and that's what helps to motivate me. Finally, like I said, I want to be the best version of myself I can. I want to be as healthy as possible. Like, we just had this little baby, our 5th kid, and I want to be around for my kids, for my family, and I want to be as healthy as I can. So set goals towards your overall end goal. So obviously the end goal is to keep improving and everything, but for example, this year I wanted to try to deadlift 405, that's 4 plates, and squat 3 plates, and then bench press around 275 for 1 rep max on all those. And I was doing a program towards that, but then I ended up getting sick, and I got the COVID, and I was out for like almost a month, not doing anything, lost a lot of weight. Then it took another month just to get back up to my original numbers. So, your plans change, but I'm not just gonna quit what I'm doing. I still wanna improve and get better. And now I'm making new personal bests in my cardio. I'm starting to hit new heavier weights again, lifting. So just look at it, hey, something got thrown in a wrench that I wasn't ready for, but I'm gonna keep progressing and trying harder. I'm not gonna let any of these things get me down. I'm just gonna jump right back into it. So obviously you can't improve forever, right? But you can set these mini goals to help you get towards that. Like, I'm gonna keep doing my normal hypertrophy training program for a while, then I'm gonna get back into my strength training and see around the beginning of next year if I can hit those numbers that I was looking for. But if you are looking for, workout programs, I'm not selling anything like that, but I do live videos of my workouts so you can see what has worked for me. I post stuff on Instagram all the time at Camber Fitness that will hopefully help to motivate you to continue to do better. Like I said, don't try to have someone else's physique. Try to be the best version of yourself that you can and be happy with where you are, and just always try to do better. Because the whole point of fitness is to be as healthy as possible, to enjoy your life and not let this be some kind of burden. So if there's some aspect of your fitness life that is just causing you some kind of mental distress, then maybe you should reevaluate that and think, am I doing the right thing? Am I trying to lose weight too quickly? Maybe I should chill out and do it slower, because the slower you lose weight, the more likely you are, you okay, baby? To keep that weight off. And then the same thing with gaining muscle. It is a slow process. And if you start trying to take shortcuts, you can take things that help you build muscle faster, but you're also gonna put your health at risk. And is that something you're willing to do? Is it worth it for you? And if it is, then you consider that with your doctor. But if not, like for me, I'm fine with slow improvement as much as I can. Like I said, I wanna be as healthy as I can for my family, for myself, and you need your motivation to be internal. I wanna be better. Be better for yourself, because if you're only doing it for someone else or for something short term, then it's not gonna last. Hope that was helpful. Stay motivated, and I will see y'all in the next one. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye.